So welcome to another episode of Junkyards and Barn Finds with Sean, and I'm Sean. Driving down the road, I saw a blue GTO behind the house while I was going down a road here in South Florida. And it looks about a 69 or a 70. I didn't see it up close yet, so we're going to go and find out more about it. Hopefully the owner is there and will talk to us. So we saw a garage door opened up and a blue GTO in the front yard, and surprise, surprise, when we come up and ask the gentleman if we can talk to him about his GTO, a garage open, and there are two race cars in one. All right, so this is Eddie, and you're from Michigan? Oh, okay, so you're a firefighter?
I'm over here from Miami in '85. I've been a firefighter for 35 on 36 years now.
Okay.
And
so tell me about this car.
My firefighter sticker on my car.
And now you're on the west coast of Florida. I saw this GTO sitting here. First, it's a real GTO.
Found it. It is a real 1970 GTO. It was sitting in the yard. I remember the day I drove by. It was for sale. I took a picture of it real quick and I sent it to my wife. I said, honey, it's blue. And she said, she texted back and she said yes. So we've been married ever since. Not my wife, but me in the car. Interesting, this car was up north. It actually came from someplace around Michigan. The gentleman I bought it from, he was about the fourth or fifth owner. I didn't know a whole lot about the car. The history of it was that it had been drag raced a lot. Over the years, they had changed out motors and transmissions and rear ends, and it had been through a multitude of changes. I love automobiles. I love cars. I love to drive fast cars. This just sort of fit the bill. This is an original 1970 GTO. It is a 12-bolt. So the 12-bolt rear end.
What
GM.
And what's the gears on that?
The original gears that I bought it with were 355.
Okay.
They said that was the original 12-bolt gears. It had a Muncie 4-speed. It still has a version of Muncie's 4-speed transmission. It also came with, from the factory, so 12-bolt 4-speed 455.
So that was the original.
1970 was the first year you could get a GTO with a 455. This is a VinTag correct GTO. It's not a hybrid, or it's not somebody that made it up.
Right.
This is a VinTag correct GTO.
Oh, I love the in the
that was
paint.
That was my first attempt at airbrush. So it came out pretty nice. That's on the
As I
paint.
said, I saw it under the paint.
That's under the clear. So that was my very first attempt. I painted the car in my garage.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit dirty right now, for heaven's sakes, but I did paint the car in my garage. It took me about 4 days to paint it. It took me a year to do the body work. Come to find out that these northern cars have a lot of rust. That's a new roof skin.
You mean weight reduction?
Nah, yeah. I don't know how you color that, but this is a new hood. That's a new roof skin. That's a new trunk deck. That's a new fender, complete from the door back. There are patchwork and metal work that I've done on that fender. 2 spots on each door, both doors. Amazing the amount of welding that I did on this over the course of a year. But it came out okay, and we're happy with it.
Yeah, it looks great in the sun.
The fact is, it's a lot of internal stuff that try to keep that rust down. Yeah, it looks great in the sun.
You got a lot of
nice
custom
show
gauges
car.
in here as well.
Nice show car.
Yeah.
So we had to replace a lot of the gauges, and so I've made it. It is no longer a original 1970 GTO, but it is my 1970 GTO.
There's not another one like it out there.
Currently, I'm running a 373 rear end,
Okay.
Richmond gears.
Can we see under the hood?
Yep.
All right.
So Richmond gears. It's got ladder bars. The transmission I rebuilt. It is a Muncie Super Case, 4-speed, so it can handle close to 1,000 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
That's the last motor that we built for it.
And what?
That is the 455 cubic inch block. It's 60 over now, so it's 469. That was completely redone as a Butler balanced blueprinted roller motor with Edelbrock heads. It makes just shy of 600 horsepower on the motor.
Hence the non-stock brake system.
Yeah. You do what you can to stop. We do everything we want to make it go.
So you're more interested in the
I
going
wanna
than
see
the
it-
stopping.
I want to see it go fast. We spray 150 shot of nitrous on it, and it runs very well. It runs clean and cool. It's a nice show car.
And how many gallons per mile?
Yes. Good point. I have no idea. Not great on mileage. Fact is, we have fun with it. It's a show car. The car is 4,200 pounds with me in it as a driver. It's never going to be a race car, but it is a real pretty show car. It's a whole lot of fun to drive. I pound on this thing at least once a month at Mockley Raceway. We run it from the 8th mile. It's capable of running flat 7, maybe a 6.9 on a good day. But
And it's not trailer, you
everything
said.
right. We
You
do
just-
not trailer it. I drive it out, drive the heck out of it, and drive it home.
So you drive it out, throw the slicks on it there.
No. So
Oh.
it's got drag radials.
Oh, okay. So you just
And,
race with the drag
we just
radials.
run it like she drives out.
Okay.
I've broken it. We've had to have it towed home once or twice if we break something, but that's our job. That's what we love to do. I just get a kick out of it. A lot of fun. So you could go tomorrow and buy a very nice production automobile that makes 750 horsepower that you could
Has a warranty and air conditioning.
God only
and
knows. So yeah, you
all
can buy
that.
whatever you want. But I built this with my own hands, and my own blood, sweat, and tears. My wife will tell you I spend a lot of time in the garage. She calls it my girlfriend. And the fact is, I've put this against any production car on the road. It's a hoot.
Awesome.
If you're running 6.9s and an 8, it's a handful on a 4-speed.
And you're a member of
Hot
the
Chili
same as
Rods.
Gary. You and Gary have
Oh, yeah.
are all in Hot Chili Rods, which
Yep.
is a Southwest Florida car club for
Correct.
a lot of retirees who now have the time and money to buy what they wanted when they were 17.
I
And
like that. Yep.
so,
Yeah.
and there's a website if people want to know more about this car. They can go to hotchilirods.com.
Yep.
And you'll see this car. You'll see some of the other cars you race, the Chevelles. You'll see an AMX. You'll see some other things that
Yes, we will.
that are there that are interesting. It's other members' cars. So appreciate your time, Ed. And
Yes.
what we'll do is probably try to follow you down, and we'll get some shots of this on the track.
Looking forward to it.
So thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ron.
April, should they subscribe to this channel even if they don't like cars today for this one?